Hey there, Annalise. It's your beloved Grandma.
Hey, Grandma. Thanks for the message. Did you get used to your new smartphone yet?
You betcha.
I can't believe how quickly you got used to writing messages even though it's your first time having one. You got the hang of it quicker than some of my school friends.
I know, right? There's only one explanation for it. I must be a genius. It was the same back when I got my first flip phone. All of the girls from the bingo hall were flabbergasted by how quickly I got to grips with it. I've always been a dab hand with technology.
Really? That's impressive. You should have bought one earlier if you're this much of a natural.
It's fine, dear. There really wasn't any need. But these days, the world's becoming so dependent on these gadgets that it's getting hard to live without them. Even tickets for live music are electronic now. QR codes this, electronic passes that. It's difficult to exist in this day and age without a smartphone.
Right. I heard you like going to watch live K-pop performances. You're like a teenager.
Right? K-pop keeps you young, my dear. I have another show lined up in August. I'm finally going to see Black Peeps.
Wow, really? That sounds like a blast. I bet you'll love it. I want to go watch live K-pop too.
I know, darling, but you have too many responsibilities right now to afford to spend time at music festivals. You have your exams coming up soon, right? I don't want to make you feel pressured, but how well you do on these will determine the course of the rest of your life. You can have fun going to concerts once your exams are over.
I'm studying really hard, Grandma. I always get the highest grades in my class.
Wow, you do? That's my Annalise. You really are your father's daughter. Thank God you didn't end up taking after your mom. What a nightmare that would have been.
Why? What's bad about taking after my mom? Mom's just as clever as Dad is.
I wonder. Didn't your mom graduate a second-rate college? No matter which way you look at it, she's vastly inferior to your father. You ending up like her is the last thing we need.
Ending up like her? What's that supposed to mean? Is this why you messaged me to insult my mom?
No, it's not like that at all. Forget I said anything, darling. Will you be coming over to your grandmother's house for Thanksgiving this year?
Yeah. I have my exams coming up soon, though, so I probably shouldn't be wasting time on Thanksgiving celebrations.
Don't be silly, dear. It's good to let your hair down sometimes.
I can't afford to let my guard down. If I slack off once, I might fall into the habit and get lazy.
You normally take your studies very seriously, don't you? If studying is already part of your daily routine, I think you'll be absolutely fine. A study routine you developed over the course of years and months isn't going to fall apart because you spend a measly 3 days enjoying time with your family. Besides, we have your dad's old desk here, so if you're really that worried, you can study while you're here.
Yeah, Dad mentioned that too, but still.
Annalise, this is the first time the entire family will have been gathered together in years, and we have a duty to make the most of it. I just know we're going to have a whale of a time. We'll probably never get another chance like this again, so I absolutely will not hear any more about you not coming. You're going to eat my delicious Thanksgiving dinner, and that's the end of it.
Am I allowed to study whenever we're not eating?
Of course you are, darling. Anyway, what time will you be leaving for my house? I was told you'll all be coming a day early so we can spend as much family time together as possible. I was thinking of ordering you burger and fries on the first day. Of course, I want to avoid eating anything substantial on the day itself because we'll all be having a big, sumptuous, home-cooked dinner together.
Mom said we'll be leaving first thing on the 23rd, so I guess we'll probably arrive around lunchtime.
The 23rd? Weren't you coming on the 22nd? I was told you'd all be staying with me from the 22nd to the 26th.
Well, I was told the 23rd.
That's strange. Is your mother there?
Yeah, why?
Be a darling and pass her your phone. I want to confirm with her.
Hello, Betty.
Victoria?
Yep, it's me.
Aren't you coming over for Thanksgiving on the 22nd? Annalise just told me the 23rd.
Yep, we're coming on the 23rd.
Are you sure you're not getting this wrong? My Timothy told me the 22nd.
Oh, he did? He must have told you wrong. We're leaving on the morning of the 23rd.
How could you do this to me? I made plans for the festivities to start on the 22nd, because that's when I thought you were coming. I was going to order burgers for everyone.
I'm sorry, Betty.
Goodness gracious me, Victoria, I do wish you were more organized. Do you think I don't have a life of my own to live? I turned down social invites from friends to have you all over on the 22nd.
I'm really sorry about this. I hope it doesn't mess up your schedule too much.
I suppose I shouldn't be too hard on you. It's hardly a surprise that someone who graduated a second-rate college would be this disorganized and unreliable. But still, imagine struggling with something as basic as simple communication. It's a wonder you even made it this far in life. Your disorderly schedule-keeping habits betray your lower-class upbringing.
But it didn't have anything to do with me. It was Tim who told you the wrong day.
Don't but me, young lady. You're his wife, and a good wife is like a secretary. It's your job to confirm his schedule. No ifs, no buts. He works full-time to make sure you have food on the table and a roof over your head. Do you really think he has that kind of luxury? You're so sloppy, it makes me sick.
Sorry for the misunderstanding.
Has there ever been a wife as useless as you? I'm starting to doubt it. To think my poor son married you, I'll never know what possessed him to make such an irresponsible decision. He normally acts so intelligently. I'm just grateful Annalise didn't end up taking after you.
Yeah, she's the spitting image of her dad. Their personalities are super similar, too. They're both really clever.
Exactly. I take it you'll be sending her to an elite high school? She'll ace everything they throw at her because she takes after my Timothy.
I couldn't agree more. She studies really hard every single day, and I'm very proud of her. There's nothing she can't do when she puts her mind to it.
Right? Just now she told me she even wants to study on Thanksgiving. Truly, she's one in a million. My Timothy's genes are definitely stronger in her. I have high hopes for her future.
Right, me too. Anyway, we'll be seeing you on the 23rd for Thanksgiving. We're all looking forward to it.
Hey, you! What the heck do you think you're playing at? What have you been teaching my granddaughter? You're a failure as a parent.
Hi, Betty. I'm not sure what you mean. Would you mind elaborating?
How long do you and my son plan on staying out grocery shopping? You'll never believe what Annalise did while you were away. This is outrageous.
She did something? What did she do?
She threw one of the meals I cooked in the garbage.
Huh? What do you mean?
She said it was because the salsa side dish I made was too spicy. I know you and her don't like spicy foods, which is why I made you both a separate, milder version. But she threw the spicy one in the trash.
Really? Why would she do such a thing?
I have no idea, Victoria. Why don't you tell me? I spent hours slaving over a hot stove to make sure this Thanksgiving dinner was a huge success. How could she be so immature? I thought she was better than this. Is she really 15? Because she acts 5.
I'm really sorry about this, Betty. What's Annalise doing now?
She locked herself in the study and won't come out. What's worse, she seems to have absolutely no intention of apologizing whatsoever. She won't even speak to me, for crying out loud. She's completely ignoring me. You should know I've already told the rest of the family about this little stunt of hers. All of our relatives are furious with her.
Just hold on. Me and Tim will be back as soon as we can.
Yes, make sure you are. I can't believe this. This was supposed to be a special family get-together where we all laughed and joked and made merry over some good food. But that little brat has gone and ruined everything with her disgraceful behavior.
Betty, hold on a second. Do you have any idea why she might have done it other than it being spicy? Annalise has a good head on her shoulders, and she's very mature for her age. I find it hard to believe she'd do something so extreme without good reason. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary before Tim and I went out shopping.
I don't know why she did it. She just tossed it in the garbage and started glaring at me. You should have seen the look on her face. Pure hatred, I tell you. What on earth is wrong with that girl?
I see. I'm so sorry she did that. Me and Tim are going to talk to her as soon as we get back.
If you're going to tell her off, you can do it right now. I've heard of rebellious phases, but this crosses the line. Back in my day, she'd have gotten 20 cracks of the belt for this. I knew it. I never wanted to accept it was possible, but I can't bury my head in the sand anymore. This was always going to happen with you as her mother. This clearly happened because she inherited your barbaric peasant genes.
I can't apologize enough for what she did. But I know that Annalise isn't the kind of girl to throw someone's kindness back in their face like that. There has to be a reason. There's no smoke without fire. That said, even if she did have her reasons, throwing your cooking in the trash was totally unacceptable.
No shit, Captain Obvious. I am livid. You know what? I've had it. I won't even forgive her if she apologizes. I had such high hopes for that girl. Words can't describe my disappointment. I had no idea she was such an uncivilized savage.
I'm going to message her right away. I'm so sorry, Betty.
If you're going to apologize, then at least do it properly. I want you to apologize to me in person, to my face. If Annalise doesn't apologize to me, neither of you will be getting any supper tonight. Do you hear me? No supper.
Annalise, I just heard what happened. Can you explain what's going on? Why did you throw away your grandma's salsa?
Did she message you?
Yes, she's absolutely livid.
I know that. She went crazy at me when I did it. Her face was bright red. She looked like a demon.
Do not call your grandmother a demon. Throwing a meal someone worked very hard to cook in the garbage like that is extremely rude, hurtful, and completely unacceptable, Annalise. It's only natural she'd be angry with you. You're coming with me, and we're going to apologize to her right now. You know what you did was wrong, don't you?
Sure, I accept that it's rude to throw people's cooking in the trash, but I don't think what I did was wrong. I'm not saying sorry. You would have ended up in the hospital if you ate that stuff.
Huh? Ended up in the hospital? What's that supposed to mean?
She put something in the salsa that was meant for me and you. I saw her. We would have gotten sick if we ate it.
What do you mean she put something in it? Like what? What are you talking about?
I think it was pesticide or rat poison or something. I saw her mixing it into the salsa. That's why I tossed it in the garbage. I'm guessing she was trying to send us to the hospital because she didn't want us there for the Thanksgiving dinner.
But why would she do such a thing? Are you aware of how crazy that sounds? Are you sure you're not making some kind of misunderstanding here? Your grandma loves you to bits. You know she does. She dotes on you more than anyone.
But she hates you. The only reason she was nice to me before is because she thought I took after Dad. That all changed yesterday.
Why? What happened yesterday?
Grandma was saying all kinds of mean, horrible things about you last night, just like usual. I've heard it 1,000,000 times before, but for some reason I just saw red this time. My anger overwhelmed me, and I finally told her what I really thought of her. I let her have it, Mom. I let her have it big time. I think she hates me now. She's been giving me the cold shoulder ever since.
What did you say to her?
I told her I think you're the best mom in the world, and I'm proud to be your daughter. I said I'm glad I didn't turn into a toxic, hateful witch like her. I said I feel sad that I'm related to someone so horrible. Then I told her I hate her and never want to see her again.
Wow, I see. Well, that explains why she got mad.
I couldn't take it anymore, Mom. I was sick and tired of holding my tongue all the time. Her attitude towards you is awful. Not only that, but who the hell tries to poison someone just because they're mad someone had the nerve to speak their mind? She's crazy.
But if that's why you did it, why didn't you tell the rest of the family?
Because she flipped out at me and started shouting so loud that I couldn't even find an opening to explain myself. I gave up and decided to leave it alone until I could explain to you and Dad when you got back.
So that's what happened. Wow, Annalise, I have to say I'm pretty shocked. But I always knew you were strong-willed. You're bold and gutsy, just like your dad.
Make sure Dad knows what really happened, too. I don't want him to think I'm the kind of person who'd do something so crazy without good reason.
Don't worry, Annalise. Both me and your dad had a feeling there was more to the story than what your grandma was telling us. Still, I never saw this coming. Talk about a bolt out of the blue.
Are you mad with me?
I'm mad, but I'm not mad with you. I know you were just trying to protect me. Your dad and I could never be angry with you for that. Thank you for standing up to your grandma on my behalf, sweetie. I can't tell you how much it means that you do that for me.
I had to remake my salsa from scratch because of that unruly little brat of yours. She's out of control, I tell you. When will you and my Timothy be coming back? Hurry up, get your asses back here and make the demon child apologize.
Sorry, Betty, we already went home.
Excuse me? You went home? When? Why? Where are you now?
One thing's for sure, we're not at your house anymore. We all snuck out and drove away while you weren't looking. We just arrived back home.
You're at home? What the hell do you think you're playing at, woman? I never gave you permission to leave. You think you get to run away before I get my apology? Look at you, you pathetic, sniveling coward. Looks like the apple didn't fall far from the tree with you and the demon brat. I've had it with the both of you.
By the way, you should know that me, Tim, and Annalise weren't the only ones who went home.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
Haven't you realized? There's no one left at your house. Have you been in the living room?
What in God's name are you talking about?
All of your relatives left while you were preparing food in the kitchen. None of them wanted to risk eating your cooking.
Oh, my God. Why on earth would everyone go home? Explain yourself. What did you do?
Are you telling me you didn't notice almost a dozen people walking out of your front door and driving away? You must really be focused on the cooking, huh? I wonder why. Could it be that you weren't really focusing on the cooking at all, but trying to poison me and my daughter?
Poison you? What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
The reason Annalise threw your salsa in the trash is because she saw you mixing something suspicious into it. She did what she did to protect me.
What are you talking about, woman? This is crazy talk, I tell you. I'd never do anything like that. Don't say such slanderous things. Are you trying to damage my good reputation? I'll have your head on a plate for this.
You can drop the phony outrage now. I found the trash bag with the salsa in it and emptied it out on the lawn in front of your house. Some bugs started gathering to eat it, but within a few minutes, they all stopped moving. There was clearly something very potent and not fit for human consumption in that salsa. You spiked it with pesticide, didn't you?
No, if there was anything in there, it had nothing to do with me. I don't have the foggiest idea what you're talking about.
There's just one slight problem with that. Everyone who was at the house saw you cooking. You're the only one who could have possibly poisoned that salsa. Our relatives were so shocked when they heard what you'd done, their jaws practically hit the floor. Tim encouraged everyone to go home. He had no choice but to cancel this year's Thanksgiving due to your dangerous, deranged behavior.
That's why everyone went home? But they all went out of their way to drive here and spend the day with me.
It's hardly a surprise that no one would want to stick around to find out whether their food had been poisoned too. You can't blame them for having trust issues after what you did. At least half of the guests had kids with them. If anything, it'd be weirder if they wanted to stay.
You mean you made everyone think I'd poisoned their food? There's no way I'd do something like that. Why did you have to go and give them the wrong idea? You've turned my entire family against me.
How can you say that there's no way you would do something like that when that's literally what you did today? What's worse, you tried to paint Annalise as the villain because she was clever enough to figure out what you were planning on doing. You're supposed to be a responsible adult, but you're nothing but a disgrace, you vile, reprehensible excuse for a human being. It's bad enough that you tried to poison me and my daughter in the first place. The fact that you try and blame a 15-year-old kid to save your ass leaves me no choice but to conclude you're totally irredeemable and shouldn't be associated with under any circumstances. Both of our families are disgusted with and terrified of you in equal measure.
God damn it! Why did you have to go blowing it out of proportion to everyone? Sure, that stuff might have made you sick, but there wouldn't have been any serious side effects. It was just a prank, just a light-hearted prank to brighten up the mood a little on Thanksgiving. Why so serious? Can't you even have a joke with someone these days? I figured Annalise should be the butt of the joke by way of teaching her a lesson for being so impertinent and disrespectful towards me. You're her mother, so naturally you bear some of the responsibility for her attitude.
She told me all about how she stood up to you. She said she gave you what for because she finally got tired of listening to you badmouth me all the time. It's hardly surprising she'd be pissed off with you for constantly insulting her mom to her face like that. I mean, who even does that? Just how rotten and black-hearted are you?
Who the hell do you think you are? You will speak to me with the proper respect, young lady. I'm your mother-in-law and superior, and you will fix this disgraceful attitude of yours immediately.
Just because you're my mom-in-law doesn't mean you can say and do whatever you please to me. There's a thing called basic human decency, and you seem to be sorely lacking in it. I won't deny I hold some of the responsibility in this for keeping quiet and tolerating your bullshit for so long. I didn't want to rock the boat for Annalise's sake. But it turns out she's actually hated you for a long, long time because of how you treat me.
What? My own granddaughter hates me?
Yep, she was hiding her true feelings towards you this whole time. She knew that if she said anything to upset you, I'd be the one who got it in the neck. But she won't have to carry on tolerating you anymore. Me, Tim, and Annalise are never coming to your house again.
What? You're never coming here again? No, what are you saying? This is absurd.
I'm not saying anything. This was Tim's idea. Even your own son hates you, Betty. He said we're cutting you out of our lives for our own safety. I mean, please, how did you think he was going to react to you trying to poison his wife and daughter? With gratitude? This will be the last time we ever speak.
No. Are you joking? Please tell me you're joking. No. Come back, please. Just come back and let's talk this through like sensible, mature adults. You can't do this. You haven't given me a chance to defend myself. Oh, how could you be so horrible?
Us? Horrible? You seem to be forgetting the small detail of you trying to feed me and my daughter pesticide-laced salsa. Something tells me none of our relatives are ever going to be spending another Thanksgiving at your house. I hope you're used to being alone. Not just at Thanksgiving either.
No, stop this, please! You're ostracizing me from my entire social circle here, Victoria. Don't you understand the gravity of this situation? Do you have any idea how bad this is going to be for my mental health? Why should I lose my whole family over this? What you're doing is preposterous and immoral. You and that demon brat have ruined my Thanksgiving, and now you're trying to ruin my life.
Wait, hold on a sec. So you tried to poison us, but you're the one getting mad? You clearly have no intention of apologizing. Whatever, I don't care. It's not like we'd forgive you even if you did. Goodbye forever, Betty.
No, wait, what am I supposed to do about this enormous turkey I bought? You can't not eat turkey on Thanksgiving. It's a sin. You really think you just get to leave and go home after I bought all these expensive ingredients to feed you all?
Don't worry, we got a hold of a turkey on the way home from one of Tim's friends who runs a farm. It's roasting nicely in the oven as we speak. We have no intention of ever seeing you again. This will be the last time we ever speak. Don't bother contacting any of us anymore. We'll block you if you ignore our wishes.
Oh my God, you're really serious, aren't you? Is my son really abandoning me, his own mother, for you?
Tim loves me and Annalise more than anything. He lost any desire to have anything to do with you the moment he found out you tried to poison us. Unlike you, Tim cherishes his family and has a sense of right and wrong. Thank God he didn't take after you. What a nightmare that would have been. With that, the tradition of family Thanksgiving at Betty's house died out, and none of our relatives ever visited her again. To say everyone was disgusted with her for what she did would be an understatement. Some even suggested we should report her to the cops. Tim and I were happy enough to stop at cutting her out of our lives, so after washing our hands of the wicked witch once and for all, we left what to do with her next to the rest of the family. She's probably feeling very, very lonely now that no one wants anything more to do with her. According to one of my friends, who also happens to be her neighbor, she looks like she aged about 10 years in the last 3 months. I'm guessing it probably has to do something with the soul-crushing isolation and regret eating away at her. Apparently, she stopped leaving the house entirely except to take out the trash and is virtually a complete hermit now. Hopefully, she lives out the rest of her years wallowing in misery and despair, cooped up in that lonely house where she can't hurt anyone.